Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today on my 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, and you'll see why for this crazy look, putting mud flaps on. You wouldn't think that was going to be a very difficult task. Think again. So I want to go ahead and show you that I did put on the driver's side and the front and rear, and that is to work out all the bugs with this issue. Walk over here and you can see that I have the side skirt off. Now the whole reason I have the side skirt off, because I'm going to show you, when I put two holes in this, there's absolutely nothing you're going to hit. So you see it's all plastic back into it, and the screw's not going to go very far. So I took this off. One, I had a clean under it, which you'll see if you go on my Instagram, you'll see how bad it was. And that's the reason I'm putting these mud flaps on. So I'm going to snap this guy back on real quick, and then I'll show you the mud flaps. All right, so if you're curious on how this actually comes off, so what happens is there's 4 screws that really ain't holding nothing, but there's 4 of them underneath the carriage. There, you'll see the little heads on them, and then you can just grab, and it clips all the way up through here. So you just grab where it gets tight, give her a firm pull, and you'll be able to get them. So there's that back on. All right, now here is the part number for your mud flaps. No need to drill holes, maybe. Here's your flaps. You'll see the front one has 3 holes, the back one has 2, and then a bottom one. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, before you even start this project, here's the ones that's going to come out of it. You see they're short. They didn't have much to go through. Now, these have a little bit more to go through. What I ended up finding and using is these 9/32, which you see 7.1 millimeter. Push like Christmas tree clips is what I ended up using. They worked the best, they fit the best, they were the tightest, because I went this route. 1, I had them. 2, they had the most grab, and 3, this is what they want you to do. They actually want you to take these supplied screws. Here's the pin out of the back. So they want you to take this and actually thread it down through the center, like so, to hold those on. So that I didn't like, and plus I ended up using these in a few other places to secure them on. So what we're gonna do now is, I know the front one we're gonna use 3, so I'm gonna grab 3 of these here, and I'll drop a link to everything so you can find it. I'll put it not in this kit. I'll give you a link to these separate. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna get my little clip puller here and all this jazz. All right, coming over here to the front wheel, you see I've got it turned so I can get in and access this. You'll see I actually already removed that one clip. So you can just get in here, pull that guy out like so. And these aren't in there too bad. There you go. So this guy just simply sits back in there like so. Now I can take these Christmas trees and push them back up in there with some force. Now it does take some force because you're pushing a lot of Christmas tree back in there. And if you've worked with these before, you know when they go in, they go in. And coming back out, well, sometimes ain't an option. All right, so technically that was it. You're done. But here's some things I didn't like. You see how much you can just pull that out? Same over here. There is nothing holding it down below. That's where I took 2 of the supplied Phillips, and I ran one here into the plastic and one right here, which poked through and went into the side skirt. And that's why I was showing you the side skirt off. So what that did was it held it firmly up against it and held it firmly back there. So you can take, and I did it by hand just so in case you didn't have a drill, you can put this through by hand. So Phillips screw, and I'm using my little flex head guy here just because it helps in the back, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and drive these guys in. All right, so now you see pulling that, just the bottom's flexing. Here, not pulling out anymore. A little bit up here, but I'm gonna be honest, not too worried about it. We could throw another screw here. I might, we'll see. But yeah, I'll probably actually will throw a screw in there because I don't care for that either. They fit, they just don't fit great. So let me show you the back before I throw this screw into this one. All right, so when you come to the back, you'll look up under, you'll see this one here. So it is in there really tight, but get it there. Go ahead and pry it down. Again, we're not gonna be using that one. Come up here, and if you're lucky, these will back out. And this is where that flex screwdriver comes in. It's wanting to catch. I hate these threaded in ones. You have to be so gentle for them to actually unscrew and come out. If not, you're gonna have to rip on them. Which is how I had to do the other side. I just take the bit out on it. Like I said, don't put any pressure when you're trying to unthread it. You want very little pressure. And it should, if you're lucky, like I said, they'll screw out. Go ahead and pop that guy out. Now, if you're like mine, the whole reason I'm putting these on there, this is probably full of dirt. Yep. That's the whole reason behind putting these on, is because this vehicle just traps the dirt. But anyways, now we have this guy. Again, put it on, line the holes up. And I had to put 2 hands on it, but you're just gonna push those 3 pins in all the way. All right, so if you start to have trouble, you'll see how I'm pushing it up through. The top one isn't aligning. So you can basically just go in, hold the 2 together as you're pressing this in, and it'll finish going right up in. So just kind of sandwich it together there. Let me get 2 hands on it, but that'll how you'll get it. You have to just hold pressure on the back. All right, so that's on there. You can see we're almost in the same instance here. You got all this room moving again. So what I ended up doing on it is, because of how much room you had up here moving, I actually going to put one right here. And again, you can do this with the flex. Put it right in like that, and you don't have to take the tire off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it in there. All right, guys, so I got that one in there. You'll see it takes out a lot of the flex, and you have this left. Now, I said I was gonna put another one up front because I got 2 left out of that kit, but check this out. That's how much I can deflect that bottom one. So I'm actually just gonna go right here and put this next one. I'm gonna do that on both sides, and that's gonna keep this from flexing back out, and should give us rigidity. Now, you might think I'm going through quite a bit on this, but you got to think, if you're in a cold region like me, you get a lot of ice and stuff built up on this. I definitely don't want it ripping it off. So that's why I'm going through all this trouble. But I'm going to go ahead and sock another one right into this crevice here, making sure that the head of this stays to the inside. So probably run it in right there. And like I said, if you don't have a flex screwdriver that can get you in there like so, then you probably would have to take this rear wheel off. But I'll drop the link to the screwdriver. It's handy to have in all situations. But I'm going to go ahead and, again, I'm doing this all by hand. So I'm going to drive that in there, and I'll show you the result of it and show you how much it stiffens it up. Now, another thing that you can do, if you don't want to put all the pressure in pushing this through the plastic and threading it in. You can heat this guy up a little bit so it kind of melts as it goes through, but it's up to you. I just muscle it through, but that's another way you can do it, is just press until the head buries into it and then start threading it. All right guys, so there's the finished product. It's in there. You can see you now don't have that flex anymore. So that one's in there solid. I'll probably run that one up there, see how it works for a bit, but I did take my little torch actually and heat it up a little, because going through the second one was pretty rough. And I eventually did, once it got started in, I did use my little contraption here of a 1/4 inch with some black electrical tape through the wrench head to hold the bit in. But that one is done. Now I'm gonna bounce over to the other side and throw this one in, and we'll call this project finished. All right guys, they're all the way finished. Here's the other side. Give you a quick look down the back, down the front, and then a side profile. All right guys, so there's quite a bit to that. Could have been short. You could have just thrown the 3 in there and let it ride. You might have been okay in a warmer climate where you ain't got to deal with a lot of stuff, or you don't go through a lot of mud. Maybe just stay on the street. But I went the extra step. You guys let me know what your thoughts are. Drop all links down below. Put your comments there, questions, anything. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. But until next time, let's keep building.